Hey guys, welcome to the shop. I'm Fred. So with this video, I got my timing gears from my supplier, and that was Ontario Belting. Right here. All we got to do is I've got to put a keyway in here. I'm going to put it on the press and broach a keyway in this for a 1/2 inch. So with further ado, let's get to the press. All right, hang in there. Okay guys, we're back. I've got some cutting oil here. I've got the broach. I've got the broach guideway adapter in the 1/2 inch bore on this timing gear. So yeah, we're going to oil it all up and start pushing this broach through very carefully. All right, let me just get everything set up here, and which I'm almost done here. Let me get that ram all the way down there. And get it centered. Put a little bit of cutting oil on this here. On both sides. And we'll be putting this thing in about 2 or 3 times. And then we'll be drilling a hole in the side for the to hold the keyway in place. Alright, let's get with her. Hang in there. I'll bring you in a little bit closer. This is a 1/8 keyway we're going to put in. Lots of cutting oil. That's the first pass. I'm just going to blow off the chunks, which you can see here in the broach. We'll clean that out and start all over again. Put a little shim in there. Let me just blow this broach out. And get a shim for that. Shims are just like a little piece of metal here. Let me just give you a close up. And that just sits in between the broach and the bore guide. So as you put bigger shims in, the keyway becomes deeper and deeper in the material that you're cutting. All right, let's get to it. Put lots of cutting oil on this again. And that shim just fits right behind the broach itself. All right, let's get started. Okay, we're going to blow this thing out again. And then we're going to add a thicker shim. And then eventually we'll add both shims at the same time. All right. So we'll take this one out. This one's a few thou thicker. Let's get some oil on there. Lots of cutting oil. There we have it, and let's start all over again here. Get myself a rag, get that oil all over off my hands. All right, let's continue on. Okay, let's blow off the crap off that again. Get some oil on here. And we're going to put another shim in there. And there we go. All right, let's continue on. Okay guys, we're at the right depth. Alright, so we're going to remove these shims here. And you can see, and I'll see if I can give you a close-up. One's a little bit thicker than the other here. So, and at the end you just join the two together and that gives you the proper depth for that 1/8 keyway. Alright, we'll leave those there. Pull this adapter out. That's the adapter you use there. The keyway just slides between that. That's the for a 1/2 inch bore there. 1/8 K. It's got the little ledge on the top. Stop it from falling all the way through. All right. And we'll put that there. We'll just clean up the timing gear here, or timing pulley. And I've got the keyway in the box here. So there you have it. There's the keyway and the pulley there. And the keyway. It fits in there. Very nice. So we'll get that. I have to make a small pocket on this side here because I'm actually going to put this side closer to the gearbox because the shaft extends pretty far out. So, and then this part will be the keyway part. We got to drill a small 1/8 hole here. Well, a hole for a 1/8 grub screw to hold this small keyway in place. So we're going to get to that very shortly. I'm going to try to get this in the lathe, and I'm going to measure the pocket that I need, have a little relief inside there, and I'll give you close-ups of exactly how that's going to fit onto the worm gear. All right, hang in there. Okay guys, so this is a 1/2 inch bore all the way through 1/2 inch. Here I've got 1/2 inch, and you can see that, let me just tilt this bit over a little bit here. You can see that it sticks out way too far. I would like to have it somewhat like that. So I have to make a little bit of a relief in there to fit that size of shaft. I haven't measured yet. I'm going to measure it, and we're going to bore that out to go about half an inch in, so that that gear will actually sit like that. So yeah, that's what we got to do. So that's the next thing. All right, hang in there. Okay guys, we're back, and I checked the run out on the top. I put a little 1/2 inch shaft in here. Check run out was like a thou, maybe a thou and a half. So now we're going to bore this. I got to get the outside diameter of the other shaft, but we're going to go in 1/2 inch. All right, hang in there. Okay guys, so the shoulder for that is a 5/88. So let's get in there and start it up. We gotta get that right feet the right way here. I'm just gonna slow down my feed rate. Hang in there. Okay guys, we gotta take about 45 thousandths off there. All right. Give that a measure. But another 3 thou. All right. Yeah, I got 3.5 thou dialed in. All right, let's measure that up. We're dead on, dead nuts. All right, let me fit her to the worm gear. Hang in there. Okay, I gotta take off another 2/1000 of an inch. All right, fit her up again. Hang in there. Okay guys, we got that little shoulder in there. That's a 1/2 inch deep. Fits like a glove. All right. The next part is to drill a 1/8 hole here for a keyway. I'm going to get this set up on the mill, and we'll get to her. All right, hang in there. Okay guys, I'm just going to center this this keyway hole here. I made a scribe exactly center of the hole, and let's just get this thing leveled out here. Got some lead blocks against there. I think I eyed it pretty good. And yeah, that'll work. Yeah, all right. So we've got that leveled out, or parallel to the keyway, which is what I wanted. So we're going to proceed putting a hole in there. What I'm going to do is go between the two distance, measure the distance and go to center. Put a little pilot hole in there and then drill her for a 1/8 grub screw. All right, hang in there. Okay guys, I got center all figured out here. So let me get some drills and carry on. All right, hang in there. Okay guys, a little cutting along here. So we're going to go with an 832 because I didn't have any 1/8 grub screw, but close enough. So we've come exactly center from this side, which is 1/2 inch. All right, let's get that tap in there. We're just gonna tap and then we're gonna take it out of the chuck and put a tap wrench on it. I'm just gonna blow some of the crap out of there. Put this in neutral. Okay guys, a little cutting along here. So we're going to go with an 832 because I didn't have any 1/8 grub screw, but close enough. So we've come exactly center from this side, which is 1/2 inch. All right, let's get that tap in there. We're just gonna tap and then we're gonna take it out of the chuck and put a tap wrench on it. I'm just gonna blow some of the crap out of there. Put this in neutral. Right down there, right in between the kiwi, dead nuts. Yeah, looking good. All right. And the next part is, I've got the small 1-inch timing gear here. Let me give you a close up here. So I've got to bore that to a 1/2 inch there. That does not have a 1/2 inch, it's a 3/8 hole there. So we're gonna knock that one out to a 1/2 inch, put that on the lathe and cut her out. All right, hang in there, guys. Okay guys, we're gonna take a 1532s, go through it, and then I'm gonna put a boring bar in there and do a finishing with the boring bar to bring it to a 1/2 inch. All right, hang in there. Get some oil on there. Let me just roll the crud out of the ways here. This is a semi-steel casting, not a cast iron. So, all right, let's get a boring bar set up and see if we can get a boring bar in there. Let me see here. Yep, perfect. Okay, we'll do the finishings with the boring bar. All right. Let me see what I'm at here exactly. So 38 thousandths of an inch. Okay. Just gonna put my little dial on the compound here. You got that. I'll bring my stair to 0 here. There we go. All right. Take off 10. Should be 20 thou. I got 30 thou to go. 37. And we'll climb on this real slow. Get a measurement on there. Okay, 20,000. Hey, a little bit more. Okay, let's give that a fitting. just going to make some, I'm going to take the motor out, make a slight adjustment to rotate, because I got two end cap screws sticking in the way there for the belt to fit on. So hang on there, guys, I'll give you a shot. Okay guys, we got it lined up pretty good here. I still got that little scraping sound in there. I guess new motor brushes or whatever. Anyway, so what I've got to do is got to make a slight adjustment. I guess got to take the motor out, move the mounts the opposite way because they're a little bit shorter on this end, and then I can get the motor in, and has to go in probably about 1/2 inch. Yeah, about 1/2 inch. So we'll take the motor out, move the legs around, and then put the motor back in and line her up. All right, hang in there, guys. Okay, guys, I've got the belts finally lined up here, and I got it plugged in. And let's give it a shot and see how she goes. That noise in that motor's still there. I think there's something rubbing, piece of shellac or something, but and I can speed that up. Speed that down to almost zip, which is about what you need to weld. So I just got some finishing touches on here, putting a cover over the belt assembly, and over the other side I've got a cord, heavy-duty PC cord I'm going to use to adapt the motor to. This way it's a single plug. Here, I'll give you a shot of that. It's a heavy-duty 20 amp plug for a computer server. So I've got the male and female. I just got to cut the part off and adapt it on there, solder the wires on, and I'll put a little connector down here, and away we go. So yeah, everything's working pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. I will put a parts list up. I had some request for a parts list. I'll get all my sources, model numbers, and so forth, and put them on the end of the video. But other than that, yeah, she works good. Pretty hard to hold. It's I'm putting a lot into it. She's not slowing down too much, but for what I use it for, it'll be perfect. All right, guys. So yeah, there we have it. Belts are on. Timing belts are on. That took a little bit of figuring out. Timing belts. Really never had to do that before. You have to figure the pitch and the diameter, and then you have to measure the centers to get the proper belt. But yeah, all in all, let me just turn it to one side here. Oh, damn, it's heavy. And you can see, I'll give you some close-ups if I can. Oh yeah. So that's a 100-to-1 worm drive, and I'm using a 1-inch pulley to a 2.5-inch pulley to underdrive it. So yeah, I think I can make it crawl. I can speed her up. And that's about it, guys. All right, hang in there. Okay, guys. So my indexing table is about 98% complete. I just have to put a little belt cover on there to cover it up on both sides, and done. Like I said, the hardest part was figuring out the pitch on this. That was the hard part. So getting that, and then figuring out the centers. I had to do a little bit of research on the web to figure out how to do that. And then there were a few companies that had timing belt calculators on their website, which helped me out a little bit. So I was pretty stoked about that. Anyways, so I got the grounding properly grounded, so it goes through this plug here, up, around. There's isolators on there. The motor's isolated, so power doesn't go to the motor at all, other than the 12 volts. So current can't go through this, isolated. The only thing I've got is the main table that actually has current going to it. So yeah, all in all, that this little project turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy about it. Anyways, I will put a parts list up on the at the end of the video where I got the parts. Most of the stuff I got, the worm gear, I got from Princess Auto, which in the U.S. would be your what's that? Something freight. It's like a Princess Auto for the U.S. And bearings, motor I got from the internet as well. It's a this motor here is a motor for a scooter or a salting machine, electric salting machine that hangs off the back of a pickup truck. So I will put part numbers that I have, and like I said, majority of stuff, power supply, power speed controller, all came from a website called Wish. There's another one called Banggood that also have the same speed controllers. So I don't know if I have a model number on these here. I can give you the model number of the power supply, of the worm gear, bearings, material. The motor came off just a generic salting or one of those little scooters. This one came off one of the salting machines that you buy from the back of your pickup truck. I got this from a company in Whitby called Global Rebuilders. They sell these motors. I just kind of went down there, seen it in the window, go, oh, hey, cool, that's what I need. 1/2-inch shaft. Timing gears came from Ontario Belting. Main material I had sitting in on my shelf in the back there in my junk bins. The main table is part of my lathe. I made it that I could put a 6-inch or 8-inch D14 chuck on here, or use a flat table for welding. I don't know what the cost of those would be. A chuck, you can reasonably buy a reasonably cheap chuck for about 150 bucks. So I think in total I've got about probably about $250 tied up into this machine as is. But like I said, I'll put part numbers. Like I said, the worm gear is 100 to 1. It came from Princess Auto. Gears, I think they were about 60 bucks. Ontario Belting. Motor was about I think it was like $32, including the shipping. Amazon or Wish or Banggood. And the rest of the stuff, like bearings and that kind of stuff, again, came from Princess Auto. So yeah, I will put something at the end if I can find. I got the number for the worm drive, the motor. I just kind of searched, and it was a salter motor or a scooter motor, same configuration. Anyways, with that said, guys, let's say thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Thank you for hanging in there with me. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. You have a great night. Bye for now.